Games journalists are easy to dunk on, and with good reason. Who can forget the time that the IGN producer forgot how PCs work?
When I'm playing Counter-Strike and I pull a really cool, like, triple kill or something, I'm like, Xbox, record that. That's one thing you can't see. Yeah.
Way to go, by the way.
You can with NVIDIA.
Just screwed over.
PCs can't record things. And also, this lovely little number from a SpongeBob review.
In one section of the puzzle, all you need to do is stand on a button, and that button opens a gate for you to bowl a bubble into so you can progress. The only problem is that during SpongeBob's wind-up animation for bowling, he walks forward. That means you fall off of the button, which closes the gate and prevents you from bowling the bubble where you intended, when you intended. These kinds of gameplay barricades are common and force you to restart and face your demons again and again and again.
Brother, just stand behind the button and then you'll move forward. It's not hard. So today, Ghost Gum is going to tell us all about games journalism.
Journalism is bad. Water is wet.
Please help me.
Imagine spending your whole life being raised by your wonderful parent, and when it's time to finally leave the nest, get into the real world, go out on your own. You take that opportunity and become a games journalist. Why are game journalists so despised? Well, maybe despised.
I can tell you why. I can predict why. Because it's so easy to make fun of them. Journalism is a pretty serious job, right? If you report on real world things, that can be pretty serious. It can be murders, it can be the economy, it can be the climate, it can be who saved the cat from the tree today. But games are very low stakes. They don't really matter all that much, and people have very fervent, strongly held opinions about games. So if you get something wrong, people will tell you. I know, I'm a YouTuber. I've gotten things wrong sometimes, and I have paid the price in terms of YouTube comment sections.
The wrong word. The right word might be hilarious. Let's say you were to ask a journalist today, what makes a good journalist?
They're just so easy
I'd
to
say
dunk on.
A good few words would be integrity, honesty, and hard work.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Now it's
Playing games for a living? Oh, you play Vimeo games as a job? That's so easy. It's easier to dunk on someone if you think that what they do for a living is super easy and not difficult at all.
These words seem to be the antithesis of game journalism, or just fucking journalism in general.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, they're simulated
violence. It's a criminal simulator, a murder simulator.
Yeah,
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches.
Facts! Listen, I'm not one to talk about hair, but goodness gracious me, what's going on?
Your dick.
Game journalism is the perfect example of a potentially cool job getting corrupted with absolute moron. These fools then get the most attention because they're so dumb, people gawk at them and share them. Hence, more clicks on their dumbass article, more money the article makes via ads.
That's also true. When was the last time you actually read a game review? Do you sit down and read the comments? No, you don't. But you do watch the game reviews of people that are stupid that has a different opinion to you. Either you want someone to reinforce your own opinion, or you want to dunk on someone for being stupid and wrong because your way is better, right? If someone has a genuinely good, well-written review, that doesn't really matter unless it is backing up your opinion or the opposite of yours.
Why would you even be a respectable game journalist these days? When if you become a hot take vomiting baby, you'll become much more successful.
If you just become the Tucker Carlson of games, then you'll make billions!
It's time for an experiment. What article grabs your attention more? Some generic article written by a normal person about some game, and maybe some mechanics in the game, or some rage-inducing article like
Call of Duty trailer recklessly promotes far-right conspiracy theory. Let's go! I always wanted QAnon in my next Call of Duty game. I think that that's really what the series has been missing recently.
this, which makes you think, do these...
Is Lego sexist? It's Lego is gender biased for men. They came out like 2013.
people really believe anything? No matter how crazy the theory is, there is a 100% chance at least one person believes.
No, poor Matt Pat. Every time Matt Pat comes up with a FNAF theory, he gets dunked on. Oh, and speak of the devil, new Matt Pat Five Nights at Freddy's theory and a tweet thread dunking on Matt Pat. And he's trending as well. Well done.
Undyne's true identity? Pope Francis? All the proof points to yes!
Not to say every
I don't know why people take this stuff seriously.
game journal...
I think it's fun to watch game theories just because it's a silly little brainstorming session, you know? It's not entirely supposed to be 100% accurate, it's just for a little bit of fun. Don't get too mad about it.
believes everything they're writing, but I'm sure a lot of them do. Now you say, Mr. Gum, this seems like low-hanging fruit. And yes, nitpicking stupid articles is low-hanging fruit, but they're just too funny, goddammit. Tell me that a journalist mishearing a disability slur in the Smash
What?
Ultimate trailer isn't the funniest shit you've heard.
Oh no, wait, what? Oh no.
Or a
come
journalist
on.
complaining that Chun-Li wasn't in the Mortal Kombat movie, only to realize that Chun-Li isn't from Mortal Kombat. She's from Street Fighter. Problems that could have been fixed with a Google search. Either Kotaku has
That's
the quality
awesome.
control of the 3 a.m. challenge channel, or they don't care. Because you could have fact-checked these things through Siri without even lifting a finger.
Be calling Sari. And not only will I be calling Sari, but I will be calling Cortana.
Rendering these
Nice.
articles completely pointless. It shows the laziness that goes into a lot of these pieces. Like while writing this, you couldn't have just once looked up the lyrics to the song, or just not even double check. Just check once that Chun
No, but that's a good way to get famous. If you just make inflammatory statements without double checking them, you get engagement because people have to fact check you, and also people get mad and people start sharing it around saying, look how dumb this is, and then people click on it and then boom, ad money, dollar bills. It's so easy to do.
doesn't exist in the Mortal Kombat universe. Like literally the first fucking sentence of Google. I'm sorry, that was a big rant, I'll stop. If that doesn't discredit a profession, I don't know what will. The biggest problem that plagues game journalism is the same problem I see plaguing sports media. They're competing with shit posters who live out of their room. Now let me tell you, if you're going up against any shit posters in any sort of competition, you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
when
of
you're
course,
watching
because they don't have anything to lose. If you just go on the internet and make funny meme all day, you can't beat that kind of person. You're arguing, you're coming down to their level, and they'll beat you with experience. That's the saying, right? You can't beat someone that has nothing to lose in the first place in an internet argument, because what are you gonna lose in an internet argument? If you have a reputation as someone that is supposed to be a respectable journalist, then you're just gonna lose that reputation. If you're a random shit poster, then you got nothing to lose.
somebody like the Act Man, Nakey Jakey, or Donkey, it feels authentic, you know? They aren't muzzled by corporate standards. You know, they probably weren't scavenging for something relevant that they could crank out in a day when they made their video. It comes from a place of passion, is what I'm trying to get at. Whereas Joe Schmo from Kotaku has to pick his words very gently, making sure he doesn't offend anybody. No profanity, of course, sounding like a goddamn robot. How do you even distinguish different writers on Kotaku based on their writing style? Your average
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a single game reviewer. By name, I know the websites, don't know the people though. And when you're a game reviewer, not only do you have to be careful about not offending the audience, you have to be careful to not offend the game developers as well. In 2007, there was a game reviewer that was fired for a bad Kane and Lynch 2 review, which is crazy because that game is awful.
independent YouTuber can get on camera and say, fuck this game, and explain why they don't like a game in their own style and character. It feels so much more authentic, which is a trait I see a lot of people appreciate nowadays. A human side to them, if you will. Gaming journalists need to talk about the most relevant games at the time to stay relevant. It's either that or write some clickbait, anger-inducing article.
Mommy milkers, big mommy milkers, big huge milkers, and huge big milkies.
Call at night and request me. Oh no. Oh no. I just started playing Persona 5 as well. Is that? Oh dear, oh dear.
Bonus points if you're the first one to write an article. It doesn't matter how good the article is. In fact, in regards to a website like Kotaku, it seems they almost
Wait, why were there no women in the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan? Oh, what? Ooh, yeah. What a question. I just tried to find that article, but I couldn't really find a picture, and it's the same person that made the Is Lego Sexist article. So I think they might just be one of those smart outrage artists that are posting headlines to get you upset and angry so you can click on them. See, it's just a tactic that everybody uses.
In fact, in regards to a website like Kotaku, it seems they almost incentivize writing shitty articles, judging by the amount of garbage they put out. The problem is, when you have lots of writers who work on a website, there's only so many articles you can pump out about something before you start getting some crap. Side tangent. Most gamers don't give a rat's ass about politics. And the ones that do care about politics are not gonna go to fucking Polygon to get their political.
I'm saying keep politics out of my video games. Call of Duty, Fallout, Cyberpunk 2077. Why can't I just play these games without people shoving politics down my throat all the time? God.
fit. It's almost like people go to gaming news outlets to hear news about video. What a thought. Remember the guy who wrote the PlayStation 5 review and just threw in this random rant about how awful the world is and how he's kept up at night with the awful stuff he reads online? Like,
Yeah, sometimes nobody asked. You don't have to include that. That's not what people came for. You don't have to put it in there.
what? Literally, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hey everybody, well, imagine this, picture this. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss whether you should buy a PlayStation 5. But first, let's give some backstory about the state of our country. The core problem with being a game journalist,
It's all related.
it seems you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can write some poorly researched, lazy, rushed article that gets shared around everywhere because of how awful it is. Or write a well-researched article that most people aren't going to care about. There isn't really much incentive to write a good article because they get nowhere near the amount of attention that the terrible ones do.
That's the thing. If you want to do something well, chances are may not be read. No one's going to read it because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to share. If you read a really good article, you'd be like, wow, that was good. And then go on with your day. You're not going to share that. There's no word of mouth going around. You're not going to tweet it out and be like, wow, this was good. I enjoyed reading this. I mean, someone might, but no one's going to click on it.
Including doing it for passion, I don't really see why you would do this. If you really wanted to write a think piece on video games and want people to listen to you, why not just post it on YouTube? There are some amazing video game channels out there that are informative and appeal way more than an article on Polygon.
I will say it's the same thing for YouTube. Like, you can do more positive content on YouTube, but the most views come from the negative content. Just like in game reviewers, just like in gaming journalism and journalism in general, everybody likes to listen to and read negative stuff. That's why 24/7 news channels are always telling you about the latest murder.
I don't even understand why game journalism is a thing anymore. What's the point when you have so many better alternatives? Why would anybody waste their time hearing about what some random writer has to say about Ghost of Tsushima when they can go watch Angry Joe, a voice they're familiar with and trust, give his opinion on?
That's funny because Angry Joe is also a very divisive figure. I personally like Angry Joe's stuff, but not everyone does.
Hell, you can go to YouTube or Twitch and watch somebody play the game yourself and judge if the game is good or not. Are you gonna like this game? I don't know, just watch. Yes, you could read about city skylines.
Socialist YouTuber is using city skyline to explain politics.
Or Hearts of Iron, or you could come by my stream at twitch.tv/GhostGumLive and watch actual gameplay of City Skylines or Hearts of Iron.
Fine, I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here.
It's like disregarding nostalgia. Why would anybody go to a Blockbuster to rent a movie when you can just watch it from the comfort of your own home on Netflix, or hell, just rent it on demand? It's no surprise that these outlets have pivoted from being gaming outlets to just entertainment outlets because they're dying. And honestly, I don't think anybody cares. You ever hear?
Yeah, does anyone actually go to IGN.com, Kotaku.com, GameSpot? Does anyone go to the websites? I usually just, if I'm gonna consume content from them, which I don't usually do because I don't really watch game reviews, I already know what game I want to get, but if I do, it's just gonna go to the YouTube channel
Hear the
instead.
term, a few bad apples spoil the bunch. Well, in terms of game journalism, it's the equivalent of one good apple covered in 3 tons of shit next to a barrel of freshly picked apples. Who would dig through a mountain of shit just to find one good apple when you can go pick an apple of your choice right next? It's the equivalent of going to a site like Kotaku when you can just go to YouTube or Twitch. But listen, I don't want to shit over anyone who's a game. It may be a dying medium, but there are people after all. I know there are a lot of good journalists out there as well, passionate about the stuff they write about. And to those people, this video doesn't really apply to. It's for people who compare BioShock Infinite to Trump.
Playing BioShock Infinite in the age of Trump is unsettling, but not for the obvious reasons. Okay.
America.
Why? Because it has racism in, and it makes you think, racism. People still do that.
And write an article about. Or debating the moral righteousness of Resident Evil, how it doesn't let you play as the type of hero you want. Who the fuck cares? And that's kind of where I end this video.
It's nice to have choice, but sometimes you don't need it.
Like I said, there are people who are genuinely passionate about what they're writing about, and they're doing a really good job. I just don't think any of them are employed by Kotaku.
True, big facts. Subscribe to Ghost Gum, and also, we're so close to 100,000 subscribers on this channel. Subscribe here as well.